It's a bit dark. So good morning. I'm just finishing setting up the computer and things. Just turn Skype off. And hopefully you can hear better now because I've changed the microphone. I think you can hear me without the underwater effect. Clearer as well. So I've got my new camera on and I've got a separate microphone, which may, I'm hoping, I tried it yesterday briefly and it seemed to sound better to me, but I don't know whether it'll be different on the live stream. So please let me know whether the sound is better. So it should be better, hopefully. You can hear, you'll be able to hear everything. You'll be able to hear my stammer properly. Get a good stammer out, you can hear it. Oh. And I found a way to block the chat. Completely block it out, but I haven't. I thought I'll leave it on. Because people like it, I think. So I'll leave it on. But I've just hidden my screen. I can't see it. So you have to send questions through Skype for me to answer the question. But I've left it on. So for now, we'll see if it's going to be problematic. And I'll take it off completely. But it should be okay to leave on, I think. People aren't too abusive to me yet. Although I was called a nigger. It's called nigger by somebody on YouTube. But that was a while ago. Maybe they've gone. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, let me just. Yeah. Okay. Someone through Skype if the audio is okay, if it's better or not. I'm hoping it. I think it is, but I don't know. So let me know. Let me know if it is better. So I have drinks. I have my cough sweet. I have tissue. Yeah. So. So I do these streams. Can you hear me? Someone say something. I'll check the chat box and see if anyone said anything. Maybe you can't hear me at all. I don't know. How do I undo that? Okay. No one's written anything. I'm hoping it's okay. Let me hear it. I'll unmute my maybe at all. I don't know. How do I undo that again? It sounds better. Yeah, it sounds better. No one's written anything. Yeah, it sounds better. Okay. Thank you. Great, you can hear it's better. Woohoo! I've solved it. Got a separate microphone to the camera. Great. That's great to hear. Thank you. I'm going to hide chat again now. Okay. So, yeah, I do these streams twice a week on Thursday. It's going to be 8:30 next week. So 8:30 on Thursday and 10:30 on AM on Sunday, UK time. So you can watch live at those times or watch it later on YouTube. If you're watching live, to ask questions, you ask questions through Skype at Rebecca Maroon. To ask questions not live, then you send them in to my email or through Skype, and I'll try and remember to answer them on the following broadcast. So that's how it works. I'll be doing talks in Romania in 2 weeks, the 8th and the 9th of September, in Bucharest, Romania. And I shall definitely start to do talks in Nottingham, probably after Romania now. So it will probably be end of this year I'll start to do talks, if not beginning of next year. But I'll try and do it in November, December time, start to look for a place to hold talks here. Yeah, and that's it. So very simple procedure to ask questions. So the name of this talk is This Is Happening. This is happening. And that's what I'm talking about. This is happening. Life is happening. This is happening. This is appearing. And that's it. It's like a full stop or a period if you're from America. It's a period. This is happening. You can have all ideas and theories and stories about why and the meaning and how it's happening. But all of that is changing, and it's flexible, and it changes, and it's not a reality. It will be different interpretations by different humans through conditioning and different understandings and knowledge. You might have picked up certain things that you might know. So all of that is not a solid thing. It's all flexible and changing. So the meaning and the why and the how this is happening is kind of irrelevant, and there's no full stop in that. There's no conclusion found in that interpretation or conclusion. There's nothing found in that stream of meaning and why and how in the intellect. That's just endless, because it will always change. But the full stop, the period is, this is happening. The full stop, the period, it's here. It's what is happening. It's not in time. It's not found in that stream of the intellect. So the freedom that's being looked for is here. It's all that is. It's what's happening. And what seems to have happened in the human is a creation of something in time. I am somebody in time. An identification with that movement and that sense of someone has begun in time. I'm something in movement in time. And so that movement's become hypnotic. And so everything is sought for in time, in that stream, in that flow, in that movement. And so what's being spoken about in these meetings, in these talks, is the movement back to that which isn't in time, to that which isn't moving. That doesn't mean the end of movement. It doesn't mean the end of form. All there is form. All that exists is form. The appearance is form. But it's that change of who you are isn't found in form. And yet I can equally say that all there is form, and all you are is that form. But you aren't found in form. And that may sound very confusing, intellectually confusing, but that doesn't matter. It's not about getting a nice, neat mental idea of this subject, because that won't be it. So I'm just going to point out that there may be something that's trying to reach for something, trying to find something. I don't mean the thought, but there's something, an energetical something trying to get something. It's not a thought, it's something else. Maybe there isn't. I'm just pointing it out that there might be something. That peace, that freedom, that's been longed for. is right here. It's right here. That love is right here. That's what's speaking now and listening now and looking now. And also being that which is looked at. It's everything. This is wholeness. The sound of these words. The foot on the floor. The bum on the seat. The hands on the legs. All of it. This is it. What you long for is already happening. It's already everything. But as a person, you only know time. You only exist in time. So you're trying to find this, what's happening in time. And that apparent time appears in what's happening. But as a person, you only can look in time. You live in time. You're made up of time. So this isn't being spoken to you in time. It can't be. That isn't a reality. That isn't a someone. It's a dream. This is just being spoken. So you're free to ask any questions you might have through Skype. And my Skype is on. This nasal washing is really helping. I haven't coughed really during the whole broadcast. So it's really helping. Salted water. It's always a simple solution. Salt and water. Get all the chemicals and medicines. Just simple. Doesn't feel great snorting it through your nose though, but it might get a bit easier the more I do it. This is home. This is home. There was such a strong seeking here for home. Just desperate. Just desperate. It was so painful. From being young, it was just so painful. I knew my mum wasn't my mum, and I just felt so alone and like what had happened. Like it was just awful. Really, really awful. Really awful. Oh, I have no questions. Why don't people like Skype? I don't know why people don't like Skype. What's the difference between Skype and the chat? I don't know. People don't like it. Oops. Yeah. It feels a bit dark over here. It needs a light or something. So Lee is saying, I've got a question. I've got a question in chat if I'm interested. Without meaning to sound rude, I don't feel interested. I don't feel interested. If I'm being honest, I don't feel interested. And that may change this stream. It may change next time. It may change in 5 minutes time. But yeah. See what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this honesty. This honesty. This like just this honesty. Whatever's coming up or coming out. It may mean you may lose viewers or you may not be liked by people, but this is being what you are, which is the flow. Whatever's appearing then, however you feel then. And it isn't a person, it's just flowing, it's just what's coming out, what's coming up. Not pleasing people because you want something from them. You want their love or their approval or their acceptance. Just being what you are. And you can't, as a person, you can't be what you are. You can't learn as a person to be who you are. It's just when there's not a person trying to be someone, trying to be a person, when that functioning, when that appearance of someone isn't there anymore, then the human's free to be what it is. It just comes out naturally. It just flows naturally. Hi, Brian. What has any meaning? What has any meaning? Nothing has meaning. Nothing has meaning. I mean, in like interacting with other humans, there'll be like a limited sense of meaning. So I'll meet you tomorrow. There's kind of a meaning in that. I'll meet you tomorrow. There's a plan to meet tomorrow. So there's like limited meaning, but there's no actual meaning in anything. There's just appearances appearing, plans being made appearing. But it isn't the opposite of meaning, which is meaninglessness. It's not meaninglessness. It's just not meaning either. It's neither of them. It's just what is, what's appearing. It doesn't need meaning. It's just appearing as it is, whatever it is. A thought, a feeling, whatever it is, a cup, whatever's appearing is appearing. It doesn't need a separate extra meaning added onto it. So if I explain something to you about Nottingham, for example, obviously I mean something. I'm trying to convey something. So there's meaning in trying to convey something. But ultimately, there's no meaning. It's just an expression. It's just how we can communicate. And it's amazing how we can communicate and express things that aren't happening. We're able to plan and express an imagination of tomorrow. We can communicate with that imagination. It's amazing that that's possible in humans. Oh, we stopped the typing. Okay. But that's different to the meaning that the person holds on to, and the person needs a deeper meaning. It needs this whole appearance to mean something meaningful. It needs this to be going somewhere, to be heading somewhere meaningful, to have this purpose of this. It needs to have that, because it gives it time. It can only operate and live in time. It needs a doing to operate in time, a meaning, a purpose, so it can then work towards it in time. And this is why I say this is painful for the person. Awakening is painful for the person because it's losing that meaning. It's losing its whole purpose, its whole identity. Meaning seems more than a story. Yeah, I'd say it's more than thought. Like, to me, a story is like thoughts, But yeah, it's definitely more than thought. It's more than a story. Yeah, it's like a microphone. It's like an energy. It's like an energy. This energy needs meaning. It needs oh, meaning. Meaning seems a purpose to life. Yeah, it gives life a purpose. Can you see how purpose it needs time? It needs that timeline. It needs that movement in time for a purpose and for meaning. Where are you from, Brian? Let's see where Brian's from. Oh, it doesn't say. The I, the me, is back in charge when there is purpose. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it can't live without it. You can't live without time. And it can't live without time. It is time. Answer your question, Brian. See my nostril openings. Do you want to ring in, Brian? My feet are cold. Again. My feet are often cold. I'd like to be able to see other people's questions. Skype doesn't show them. Well, you're the first question I've had. Okay. Willander. Hi, Willander. Is it like everything is loose? Loose. No story anymore. Loose. Yeah, loose. Yeah, looser. Like it's not tight and located in the body, so it's loose, it's open, boundless. There's no position, so everything's appearing, and it's not appearing to someone in the body anymore here. So loose in that way, you could say it's loose, like it's not limited, it's not happening to someone. There isn't a someone, a position. No story anymore. Well, there's no story of me anymore. There's no, but there's still thoughts. I mean, story, what story? I thought, but there's no story or thoughts of me and my journey, me and my life, me and yeah, that story of me isn't there. But there's still thoughts, and there's still there's something. There's still it's not a story of me. Like it's not a story of me, but there's still an ability to like memories of this body. So memories, I could talk about memories of, I don't know, living in Cardiff or in Swansea, or I could say memories of a holiday I've been on. There's still memory, so there's still like a there's still that functioning. There's no memories or story here of being somebody born in Russia or in Germany or Australia. That doesn't happen here in this body, because that wasn't the conditioning of this body to be born in Russia or Australia. So it still relates to this body. The thoughts still relate to this body. But that was never the problem. That was never the problem. The memories or the thoughts. That wasn't the suffering. The suffering was that the energy that was claiming those things. The energy that was claiming the thoughts, the emotions, the experiences. Claiming the seeing, claiming the registering. That's the suffering. And that's the story of me. It claims everything, and so it's built this story of me. So it's the end of that story. We think it's the appearance. Is that the problem? The problem we think is that the thoughts are the problem, or the emotions is the problem, and it isn't. It's never the appearances. It's that claimer of appearances. That's the suffering of the human. And this is an expression of the end of that claimer, the end of that owner of things, the end of that owner of the appearances. Then there's appearances without them appearing to that someone, to that owner. Just appearances, just what's happening. Just life happening in all its colours and flavours and textures. It's just happening freely. Thank you, Willanda. Is the picture clearer too? I'm not sure if it is clearer. It's supposed to be clearer, but no. Let's check on the other screen. No, looks the same as before, I think. I'm not sure. This is a high resolution camera. I don't know if it's. I don't know. At least you can hear me better. That's the main thing. If it isn't clearer, let me know. I can use my other camera. That was perfectly fine. The other camera, really. The mic was the issue. So I can change the camera back to my old camera, but keep this separate microphone. So let me know if it's no different or better or not, or worse. Let me know. Okay, I think that's going to be it. Yeah. I'm back on Thursday, and it will be 8:30 this week. Next week, sorry. Yeah, 8:30. So yeah, I'll see you then. So, okay, bye.